What's going on, people, and welcome to a brand new episode of Too Many Games and Not Enough Time. Now, as you can see, the do-rag is gone. Yes, I was able to get that fresh. I'm back on road. That's how it is out here. COVID, you're not beating my hair anymore because my headpiece was looking terrible, as you know. Now, I'm really excited with the person I've got on today's episode because she's been making the rounds. I've been hearing her name and seeing her face pop around the scene. Now, you might see her on the timeline getting mad and cussing off Mikkel. Yeah, she is a hell of a gooner. But at night time, she's doing this head top thing. You see her licking off heads on Call of Duty, everything. She's all about it, my G's. But in the day, she's doing something a bit more sophisticated. Yeah, she's doing this cybersecurity thing. Fam, she's basically a character from Cyberpunk 2077 out here. Shizelle, welcome to Too Many Games and Not Enough Time.
Hello, thank you for having me, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. It's Saturday, no work. I'm chilling. Probably going to get into some games later on, of course. But I'm good, man. I can't complain.
Well, I'm super excited to speak to you today. I've been checking out your Twitch lately. Been seeing you circulating for a while, and you do this thing like when it comes to these shooters, like COD, you are not playing about. What is it about get shooters and games like Call of Duty that just resonate with you?
I don't know. Do you know what? For me, I've always liked the element of just like multiplayer and being like online and just gaming with different people like around the world. I feel like when it comes to COD, I started from World at War. And that was just kind of a thing, like my friend had it in his house and I was just like, all right, cool, let me just jump on. It was more of like a zombies thing. But I felt like the more I played it, it just got fun. And I felt like the more the kind of games came out, I got more intrigued in like first person shooters. I just feel like it's just fun. And even when you have a stressful day, you just want to shoot some ops. Like you just want to shoot some ops. That's what it's about. So
that's what. So when you're at work and someone's stressing you out, you're like, it's all right, you know, I'm gonna lick off someone's head tonight. That's the way you get it out of yourself.
Yeah, literally. It's like just stress reliever. It's nice. It's cool, man. It's cool.
I love it as well. And do you know what I really like? Like online gaming can be pretty toxic, and obviously you are a black woman, so as soon as you speak, like they know that you're a girl. But I see how you be dealing with them, like you be mocking them, like shut up, fam. You just got killed by a girl. So is that always been your approach to just to take off their heads when people try to get at you?
Yeah, man. See, the thing is, yeah, like we game because we like it, we like to enjoy it. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like anyone can stop my shine. Like you can't stop me from doing what I want to do. If you want to sit there and be salty because you lost, that's cool. I'll just take off your head top again in the next game. So like, yeah, for me, that's just how I deal with those people. You always get trolls and stuff, but just got to deal with them how they deal with you, man. And they don't know what to say when you deal with them like that. So perfect approach.
I love it. So let's take it back a bit. So you started your gaming on Crash Bandicoot. You was all about the crash and thing. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is Crash is actually quite a difficult game. It's not an easy it's not a easy platformer. Do you like those kind of difficult challenges when it comes to gaming because you started like that? Because I see like stuff like Outriders and I see you playing things like Little Nightmares and stuff like that. So do you like those challenges when it comes to gaming?
Yeah, like I feel like in order for a game to be a game, in some parts they do have to be challenging. So like from Crash Bandicoot, that was mostly like from my dad and uncle. They used to play all the time, and you know, you're just sitting there like, oh, I want to go, and you're just looking at the game. So for me, like, yeah, I wanted to jump on that, and I liked the challenge of the game. Like it wasn't easy, but it wasn't too hard for me to actually complete. So for me, like, it's always best to play a game that kind of challenges me, because that's when I feel like I have to go back to it, because I need to complete that level. That level is not going to complete me. I have to complete it. So yeah, I do like challenging games. Like they're probably the most fun to do, if I'm honest with you. Like getting that challenge, getting that in, it's more rewarding when you get to the end of it, I feel.
See, look, you can see her competitiveness coming out just when she's talking. You get me? She's getting hyped just thinking about it. I love it. So COVID, the last year has been like incredible in terms of the change that's happened to humans as like everything. And as gamers, we've been lucky to actually have a way to escape, both mentally and stuff like that. So since this has been happening, like, what have you been playing? What's the games that's really been kind of taking up your time? Because I see you kind of branching more into a lot more kind of story games as well.
Yeah. So like I'll probably say pre-COVID, I was mostly playing stuff like GTA. I was playing COD most of the time. Those were two games that I really like kind of changed between. But then when COVID hit, I played Until Dawn, Detroit Become Human, Outriders. I played Little Nightmares. So I kind of have like floated towards the most story-based games. I didn't have a problem with story-based games. I just probably wasn't playing it as much as like the online games. But during COVID, I've had so much time to explore different games that I probably wouldn't have explored like before, like The Last of Us as well, which is a freaking amazing game. So yeah, during this COVID time, I feel like it was my time to take up a lot more story-based games and just kind of like have that community feel and stream as well, like playing some of these games too. So yeah, story-based games, I'm not gonna lie, they're up there.
Yeah, they're up there. You don't want to play no Minecraft, but you'll bang out a little story thing here and there. So do you feel like it's because you are a streamer? Has that really become like you building your community? And because one thing I've noticed popping into your streams, like my whole kind of the way I watch a lot of content is YouTube. And I've only probably of the last few months been jumping into a lot more streams and like just trying to show more support to the community and stuff like that. And one of the things I've noticed every time I jump into your streams is you're always welcoming people back. So you obviously have a great community who always comes back. Have you found playing story games another way to actually really bond with that community?
Oh, for sure. Like, for sure. Because I feel like when I first started streaming, it was mostly like Call of Duty for me. Like, I was just like, yeah, let me just play some Call of Duty. But like kind of asking that question to the stream and the community, like what kind of games do you guys see me playing, or what kind of games do you like to see me play? Once I start playing those games, it's almost like people love those games. So it's like a way to connect with you and also the game you're playing. It's like, oh, this is my favorite bit. And it's just like you get to that favorite bit and then you can kind of discuss with the community about that part that you just played. So I feel like, yeah, community plays a huge part in the story-based games, because you'll find out that the community plays like a whole lot more games than you and you're the streamer. So like it's like a nice way to bond and connect for sure. Like story mode games 100%, because when you're on like COD, you can't really connect. It's just like, yeah, you're just shooting up the ops. Like there's not much to connect with, or you can connect, but it's not as much as like a story-based game.
I love how your banter as well. Like you was cracking me up. Like when I was watching you play Uncharted, and you was like, bro, how man just escape like that? Like it's some idiot thing, and then obviously you got nabbed. Is that just part of your personality? Do you find that since you've been streaming, like that's helped bring you out more, or has you just always been cheeky like this because you've been around a man them? Like how's this affected you? Is there any changes just who you are on a day-to-day, or just allows you to be a bit more of what you want it to be?
I feel like the way that I am on stream is literally like just me, like on a daily basis. But the thing is with me, like I can be quite introverted sometimes. I'm like introvert/extrovert. So the way I am with stream is how I am with like the people that are probably most closest to me. So it kind of brings out that side that the people that are most closest to me kind of see. So it's like a way for me to just be myself, just be on stream, like I'm out here, like just be myself. I think that's the most important thing.
So we need to talk about The Last of Us. So The Last of Us for me is like one of the most incredible games, and whenever I'm showing people how cinematic gaming can be, I always show them. And I'm a PlayStation guy, like everyone knows. Yeah, Mr. PlayStation and that. And but The Last of Us 2 was like so controversial, and it like we're not gonna get into spoilers or anything like that, but that was probably a first time in a long time I feel like a game broke me, and it made me not want to continue because of the experiences. Like how did that journey feel? And have you played the original Last of Us, or was The Last of Us 2 the first one you played?
No, I played the original and I played number 2 as well. For me, to be honest, I feel like I kind of jumped on the Last of Us wave a bit late. So I feel like the Last of Us came out and then everyone's just like, oh my God, we can't wait for number 2. And then when number 2 drops, everyone was a bit like, I don't know. You kind of got those mixed reviews about it. But for me, because I went from Last of Us, as soon as I finished it, I went straight onto Last of Us 2. So I don't feel like I waited that long for the second version. So my expectations wasn't as high as like other people who had waited like ages for it. So I love both of them. Like, I loved both of them. And even when I asked my stream afterwards, I was just like, what do you guys feel? Like, the reviews, again, it was literally 50-50. Like, some people are like, no, I don't like it. But for me, I loved it. Like, I absolutely loved both of them. I feel like if what happened in 2 didn't happen, the game would have just been like number 1.
Yeah, and I agree. And the thing is, people don't dislike number 2 because it's a dead game. Like, the mechanics are better, the graphics are better. People are just pissed because that's not the story that they wanted. But one thing I rate Naughty Dog is Naughty Dog were like, nah, fam, this is our story. Don't tell us how to tell our story. Certain man think that they're Joe in real life, you get me? Or Ellie's is their bae. Ellie's not your bae, fam. This is her life. This is the gutter that she's living in, and this is what she wants to. But as gamers, it's different from watching a movie because movies are passive. So because you've been playing with this character for so young, and like you said, people love that character. It was their favorite game, and then they waited for years to find out what's going on, and they felt like Naughty Dog stabbed them in the back, like they thought it was the op. So
but do you know, I love games that can do that. I love games that can. I don't want to give off the story, but I like games that can kind of challenge what people kind of expect. So it's like, oh, I expect this to happen, and they can challenge that and be like, okay, but what if this happened? I love games that have the courage to do that, because it's just like, yeah, you do that, you do the thing. Like, you might get like controversy around it, but it's still a damn good game.
That's dope, and it shows the progression of gaming now. Super Mario couldn't do that back in the days, you get me? The most Mario could have done is jump on someone's head, but for them to be able to do that now is the next level. Before I let you go, tell us all about the gaming pair. Like, what is the gaming pair? Why did you start it? Like, gas up your team.
Right, so that gaming pair, so that's me and my boyfriend's page. And me and him, like, ever since we met like 3 years ago, like, everything based around us meeting was mostly literally gaming. Like, literally, he hit me up on the TL. He would try and say I hit him up, but that's not true. He hit me up on the TL, and he was just like, he was like, oh, so you play COD? Because I think I dropped a tweet about COD. And I was like, yeah. And then from there, we kind of got right into gaming, and our relationship was heavily based on it. So, you know how some people were like, oh, like, I want to go out to this restaurant, I want to go out to that restaurant. Me and him was just that we woke up and was like, yo, let's just shower, let's just go jump on games today. So it only makes sense to kind of make a page, drop our clips, and just kind of have something for us that we like to do. It don't take up a lot of time as well, because we're literally on games all the time. All you got to do is just clip what we do and then make a page for it. So yeah, man, we've been rocking with it. And yeah, we have like some big things planned with it too. So it only makes sense to make the page, man. That will pop right into it.
I love that, boy. The couples that games together stay together.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for your time, man. I really, really appreciate it. Would love to talk to you all day, but we're a short form podcast. Hype up your thing. Tell the people what you want them to go and look at, what streams you got going on. Just talk up your thing and let the people know where they should go.
Oh, so if you guys want to see me, I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/Shizelle. You can see all types of streams there. You can see some CODs, some story mode games. We've got some fun stuff coming up too, a few tournaments, COD tournaments. So if you see yourself as a COD player, like, come through. You can see me on Twitter as well, Shizelle_. And again, for that gaming pair, our Instagram is literally that gaming pair, and that's where you can find us. So yeah, guys, check us out.
Quickly, one more thing before you go. Outriders, super quick. What are you loving about it? I see you been banging it.
Yep. Do you know what I love? It's just like a new game. It's like a new, fresh game. It's like a mix between Destiny, a mix between, like, I'll say Gears of War. Like, it's so fun. Like, it's so fun. I'm currently at endgame now, so I'm just doing all the expeditions. But I love, like, just looting, picking up the loot when you finish gaming, and then, like, you're just chilling, running through different expeditions, running through the game. I love the feel of the game. I am loving it. Despite the small bugs, I love how the company even, like, kind of communicate those bugs and communicate issues that are happening on their servers. But I'm loving the game, man. The game is fun. Like, if you have not got Outriders, slacking.
You're missing out. Thank you so much. And thank you for staying to the end of the videos. You are the MVPs. Make sure you go and jump into her Twitch. She is doing major things. Don't get too confused if you get in the timeline and she's talking hella smack about Arsenal. Don't let it cloud your judgment. The gaming is still there. All right. I've been Mr. Midas. She's been Shizelle. We are out. Peace.
Peace.